question is, once we burn our chametz on a normal year, we don't need it anymore. We get rid of it. We say bitul chametz, etc. That's not the protocol this year. Can we eat chametz after we burn it? And the answer, of course, is yes. The Shulchan Aruch paskins umevaharim hakol lifnei Shabbat. You try to get rid as much as possible before Shabbos. Umishayrin mazon shtei sudot letzarech Shabbat. But you can leave chametz food for Shabbos itself. We'll get to that later in this series. But quite frankly, it's a funny thing this year. You're going to burn the chametz as if it's Erev Pesach, and then you're going to eat the chametz on Friday night, Shabbos morning, up until the time you can't. And therefore, Friday afternoon, Friday evening, Shabbos morning, up until that time, you're allowed to eat chametz. And that's what the Biur Halacha says. Indeed, he said, we're going to burn our chametz so early on Friday. You don't have to just leave the 2 meals for Shabbos. You can leave even more than that. But you should know that the Piskei Teshuvos brings, as he always does, all these opinions, mainly Hasidic, that come and say, well, there are minhagim from different Hasidic rabbis that say once you burn the chametz, you shouldn't leave any chametz over. And therefore, outside of the Lechem Mishnah issue, you shouldn't have any chametz Friday afternoon. Now, that might be a good idea practically, and indeed that's what I advise people, but halachically, it seems very strange. But I will quote his words. He does say that when the Shulchan Aruch says you leave the 2 meals for Shabbos, that's all you leave. But from Friday afternoon, outside of those 2 meals for Shabbos, you shouldn't be eating chametz. Why? For the same reason again. You shouldn't make the mistake next year and eat chametz on Erev Pesach afternoon. So, at the end of the day, to sum up, can you leave chametz over and eat it Friday afternoon, Friday evening, Shabbos morning? It might not be a practical idea to bring it into the house, but halachically the Biur Halacha says no problem. The Piskei Teshuvos does bring different opinions that say, just like we don't want to make a mistake with the burning, we don't want to make a mistake with the eating. But at the end of the day, he has to concur, and he says, Minhag ha'olam lo lachshosh lechumrazo va'ochlim chametz be'erev Shabbat kol hayom. So if you want to eat a peanut butter sandwich on Friday afternoon, even though you burnt your chametz early in the morning before the end of the 5th hour, it is probably permissible.